It's Transformer Tuesday, just like Hasbro promised. We were going to get a bunch of reveals in mid-May, and here we are. Here is the first one, and we knew about these because of early listing leaks, but now we finally have all the information, images, prices, and where to pre-order it. Let's talk about the Transformers Generations Kingdom Battle Across Time collection, what seems like, at the moment, a Amazon exclusive. Maybe Hasbro Pulse will get some numbers of these, but as it stands right now, this is probably the next iteration of like how Earthrise had the Galactic Odyssey collection. We're going to have a Battle Across Time for that of Kingdom. And here's our very first one in that of Deluxe Class, Autobot Mirage, done in a Earth mode style, and Maximal Grimlock, a repaint retool. I'm very happy about this. Repaint retool of Voyager class Kingdom Dinobot. Now let's get into the information. So what they have here: discover Kingdom, worlds collide when the Maximals and Predacons join the fight, coming together with the Autobots and the Decepticons in an epic battle that will alter their destiny forever. The Battle Across Time collection. The Battle Across Time collection allows fans to experience the clash between Generation 1 and Beast Wars, with the Maximals and Autobots teaming up with Dinobot, Starscream, and Waspinator in pursuit of Grimlock and Mirage. Grimlock and Mirage must team up to keep the Decepticon/Predacons threat at bay. So it also means, and we talked about this in small pieces before when this news originally broke out, that we might actually then get a Starscream, a Waspinator, in a different shape or form. We shall see with that. That's a whole other story. But this is exciting stuff. Now, let's talk about the figures themselves. So let's start with Mirage. Good old Mirage. And when I saw the original listing and how it had different pieces and parts to do the transformation, it told me right away it's not going to be a straight up repaint. It is a repaint retool. So what did they took? They took that original Siege Mirage, which had the clear plastics and all that stuff and the wide spoiler and the enclosed cockpit of the Formula One, or a Cybertronian Formula One it used to be. And now it has an open-wheeled Formula One, which is great, as a Formula One car should be with the open cockpit. It has the proper spoiler for aerodynamics, like a Formula One. Looks really good. That's really it when it comes to the retooling, but there is some brand new retooling here to make it more like his Earth mode design. But then you get little nods here and there. So on the front of the Formula One vehicle, it says Orc. The original company back in the day with the Ligier Formula One back in the late 70s, early 80s was a company called Elf. Now, obviously, they can't use the Elf trademark. That's an official racing company and sponsor. So instead of an Elf, you use an Orc. Sure, that's cute. Whatever. We will get it. And then they use the number 26 put right on his chest, which is really good. That was absent from the Siege one. The original G1 toy and his animation model had 26 on it. That's really cool that they did this. This will be people's go-to for their Generation 1 Mirage in that of the retail non-masterpiece deluxe scale. Great stuff. If I have to say one thing that's, I think the shoulder cannon on the Siege one has a little more paint and is a little better. But I mean, the lack of clear plastic on this, as opposed to the Siege one, is a lot better for durability in the long run. Let's put it this way. Nothing confirmed about breakage with the Mirage yet, but time will tell. And I'm going to bank more on this Battle Across Space one as opposed to this Siege one. So I really like what I see. Again, I have a little bit of a bias when it comes to Formula One Transformers, but I really like what I see. Give me a red repaint of this. Give me a red repaint. I'd dig it. This is awesome. Very cool. Now let's talk about Grimlock. So, from what I could tell, between the two modes, the only thing that I see that's really different in terms of the sculpt is that of the head sculpt. They gave him a brand new head sculpt. Number two, the choice of colors. I'll be honest with you, slightly disappointed in the choice of colors. Granted, they took it in a different route. They didn't go with gold. They went more with a bronze. Maybe it's just the photography, but it looks like bronze in these photos. a bronze kind of brown, and then some muted grays with the whites. And no Dalmatian spot color scheme, no gold anywhere on it, no green eyes. They kind of went with a little bit. It's clearly, if you saw it in a bubble, it's clearly them trying to do the Beast Wars Grimlock from back in 97, 98, but a different interpretation, if you will, and putting the colors in different ways, but overall getting the general aesthetic the same. I still like it. I like that they did a brand new head sculpt instead of just doing a straight up Dinobot repaint, so I appreciate that a lot. And I think he looks great. Everything else, though, from what I could tell me if I'm missing something, but I mean, looking at the alt mode and looking at the robot mode, outside of that head sculpt, everything looks more or less the same, from the shoulders to the feet to the legs to the dino head, even the weapons. Everything kind of looks the same. Looks a little light on the paint, too, but maybe that's just the way they wanted it. I mean, maybe you put some paint on the sword would have been nice, but I guess it's just the way they wanted to do it, and maybe there was just more paint in the Dino mode. I don't know how this worked out for the Voyager scale. Maybe it was a paint budget put across the two figures together. Either way, I like it a lot. I think it looks spectacular, and I'm very happy about what I see here. Now, let's talk about, you could pre-order it right now on Amazon.com. It is a price of $52.99, which when you add up a deluxe and a Voyager together in a price point, you're actually saving a little money here. So, hey, that's a good price for two figures. Pretty cool. And I think it's pretty hype. They say here that the item will be released on November 1st, 2021. So that's when you should be expecting it to be leaving the Amazon warehouses so that you could get it in your hands and enjoy it. Really cool stuff. The question is now, what's next? What's next? What is next for the Battle Across Time? Are we going to get a Starscream Waspinator 2-pack? Is that what they were teasing at for the next one? We shall find out. They did make a mention here, exclusive packaging. Each Battle Across Time pack features exclusive art that creates an epic battle scene when combined. So looking at the packaging, we look at the packaging and we go, okay, Waspinator's in the background there. You have Starscream in the background there. And then you got a pair of wings off camera. Does that mean we're going to be getting that Silverbolt Magnaboss piece? Whose wings are those? Is it going to be a repaint of Airraiser into that Silverbolt, aka Beast Wars 2nd Skywarp character? Who knows? Something is there. Something is going to connect to the packaging to create the next set. But who will it be? We will find out next time. But until then, that is to be determined in the future. This is hype stuff. Let me know what you think. This is great. Hope to see you guys soon. And I'm going to try to figure out a way to do this pre-order.